In addition to being able to split and consume bodies, the split feature also offers the option to generate an assembly from the resulting bodies. This time, I'll delete the split feature and begin a new one from scratch. The trim tools will be the same: the flat face where the tab and block meet and the circular sketch. After cutting the part, I'll select all three bodies. Next, instead of clicking OK to complete the feature, I'll click one of the labels shown in the graphics area. A window appears prompting me to give this body a new name. What I'm doing here is giving each body a part name. This will result in each body being converted into its own part file. I can repeat this process for each body, or to automate the process of naming each body, I can also click on the Auto Assign Names button at the bottom of the Property Manager, which will give each body a default name. Before clicking OK, notice a new selection window appears at the bottom of the Property Manager, prompting me to select an origin. This gives you the option of specifying an origin for each of the part files about to be created. I'll leave this blank. When you do so, the origin of this original part will be the same one used in the resulting parts. I'll click OK. You can see three bodies are now listed in the Solid Bodies folder. By using the File, Open menu, you can also see that each of the bodies I defined have been saved into their own part files. I'll open the block body part, and you can see the result is a derived part. A part file that, instead of having a complete feature history, contains only a single feature with a reference back to the original multi-body part file. In this way, any changes made to the original part file are reflected here in the derived part. One more option remains. Since several bodies now exist in the original part file, and since each body has been saved into its own part file, you can now automate the creation of an assembly. The resulting assembly will be an exact replica of the original multi-body part, except it will be made up of individual parts rather than bodies. To create this assembly, go to Insert, Features, Create Assembly. The Create Assembly Property Manager will prompt you for two items. You must select the split feature you've already created. It will identify the part files that resulted from the split feature. You also have to provide a name for the assembly file about to be created. Once a name is given, click OK and an assembly file appears. The resulting geometry is identical to the original multi-body part, but now each body is a separate part file. This means you can now do things that aren't possible on the part level, such as running interference detection or adding mates. One more word on creating assemblies from multi-body parts. In this example, I first used the split feature to generate individual part files, then used the create assembly feature to generate an assembly. If you have a part with multiple bodies that resulted from using the split feature or any other method that can result in multiple bodies, you'll use a different feature to generate your assembly. Here I have a part with multiple bodies. To create an assembly from this part, I'll use Insert, Features, Save Bodies. This brings up the Save Bodies Property Manager. Notice each body is already listed in the resulting parts window. By selecting the checkboxes next to each body, SOLIDWORKS will assign a default part name to it. To overwrite the default name, double-click on the file name in the list. Next, I'll click the Browse button in the Create Assembly section. By providing an assembly name, SOLIDWORKS will not only generate the individual part files from each solid body, it will also create the assembly. The result is 4 new files, 3 part files and the assembly file, each referencing the original multi-body part.